So he further says, likewise, eternal is a person's spirit, which is a tiny fragment of creation's spirit. For how could creation itself ever cease to be? Hence, when a person is unalive, their spirit lives on and leaves this side of existence to the other side, where it continues to gather the wisdom of knowledge. So Manuel is telling you that the person's spirit is eternal and it's a fragment of creation. So a lot of people are so focused on worshiping God and following his rules and his laws that they don't think about creational laws, when our spirit that lives on forever, that's eternal, is tied into creation. That's a fragment of creation, that's part of him. So with God, we might be a part of him, but only a fraction of our DNA. And we don't even know which one of us are a part of which gods, because God said that he only created 3 human lineages, and which are they? It's like people are worshiping a god, and that might not even be their God that created them. So him saying that when we unalive, we leave this side of our spirit leaves, our spirit, so not our body, our spirit leaves, and it enters the side of existence, it exits this side of existence to the other side, where it continues to gather wisdom of knowledge. However, I don't know if this is true, because, like I said, we're stuck on a prison planet, we're locked into this reincarnation loop, so what is really happening to us on the other side? So what you can take from this is that when we become a soul, we're continuously gaining wisdom and knowledge, and that's when our past memories come back and we have access to that and we can put everything together. But because we're stuck here, then we're not going back to source, and I don't know what happens when we go back to source, if we live as a soul for a bit and then we go to another planet where we're reincarnated on. But the important part just of this, we're still gathering knowledge as a soul, because our soul is everlasting, whether it's in a human form or not. When it leaves this body, we're still gathering knowledge and have our memories and all of that. So he further says, the greater the spiritual wisdom gained through the learning of the consciousness, the more the spirit itself determines its future, its return, and its subsequent activities. So I've heard this before, and I don't know if this works on every planet that we go on before, when we go back to source and we are sent to another planet, if this happens too, or if this is just the system that's in place on this planet that God has created. So basically what he's saying is, through the wisdom that we gain in this life, searching for truth, becoming truth seekers, evolving our spirit, doing good deeds, everything that entails following creational laws, then we get to determine our spirit gets to determine our future, what we want our next life to be, its return, how it's going to look, what body, what race, what everything we're going to come back as, and the activities that we do, what our passions are, who we will be in the next life. So I've heard this from, I think Bashar was, and other people as well, that we create the blueprint for our lives, and we decide how we're going to exit this life as well, when our time is going to be up. So that's why I guess God would have knowledge on when our time was up, because we created everything ourselves. Just like how manifestation works, we create our reality. Just when we come back, our memories are wiped and we don't know how to create. We have to relearn everything.